Check a locker, brother. There's 3 of them. Come on now. He's throwing a tantrum.
Where are you?
I'm in Maine.
Oh.
He's like, which one of these? Which one of these? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He's counting them. I'm dead.
I'm a rotor. Lightweight, powerful, and insanely fast.
All right. Oh, we got Blade. We got Blade. Oh my god, I love Blade. Bro. All right. Oh, we got Blade. We got Blade. Oh my god, I love Blade.
I hate this particular fog. never forget you for helping me.
are K cars, gaining in popularity. Small, easy to park, and very affordable. The question, though, are they supposed to be on the road?
When Raymond Moy starts his engine, all eyes turn.
This is a regular occurrence.
You are spending money that we don't have.
I am not spending money, I am saving us money.
50 jugs of Tide.
It's couponing 101. When Tide hits a 6-month stock up price, you stock up. Okay, that's $400 worth of detergent that I got for $57.
I have got some stuff for you.
Oh, looky, I only need one more Colgate proof of purchase to get a free AT&T gift card.
You see that?
Yes. You doing okay today, Greg?
Total's $138.55.
Is it?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's like 1,000 coupons, man. Well, good for you, lady. You saved $122.10.
Sorry about the wait.
Don't be. That was impressive.
Your trophy.
You are spending.
What happens if you make espresso with sparkling water? I didn't know what to expect, but the results were interesting. Previously, I've tried carbonating coffee, but I've never tried brewing the coffee with carbonated water. So does it even work? To start, I filled my kettle with sparkling water and set it to boil. Then I prepared a pretty normal shot of espresso using 18 grams of coffee, following all of my normal puck prep. And when I went to pull the shot, this is how it looked. Now, one of my fears when doing this experiment was that the
Don't ever keep your money in a regular savings account. Instead, do this. Hey bank, I'd like to deposit $10,000 into my savings account. Alright, no problem. Welcome back, sir. Here's $1 for you. $1? What's this for? That's the interest your savings earned in 1 year. Wait, that's all my account earned? Yeah, if you want to earn more money, you should look into a high-yield savings account. These accounts are the same as regular savings accounts, but they earn way more money. Really, how can I find the best high-yield savings accounts? Simple, just click on my YouTube profile and...
يا زلمة انت ليش محبوب؟ بصراحة ما بعرف بس فعليا هذا ما هو اول انطباع الناس بتاخده عني في الواقع. الناس اول ما تشوفني نفسيه، لانه وجهي المستريح هو طبعا لما الناس تتعرف علي تعرف اني ماني نفسيه، بالعكس بس عندي الديفولت فتره على نفسيه. يا زلمه انت ليش محبوب؟ بصراحه ما بعرف، بس فعليا هذا ما هو اول انطباع الناس بتاخده.
In the 1800s, staying cool in summer heat meant suffering through it or hiring someone to wave a large leaf or fabric back and forth for hours. Wealthy families had servants whose only job.
العربية دي مع انها موديل التسعينات الا ان هي فيها خاصية مش موجودة تقريبا في عربيات موديل السنة دي. ادي كده اول لوك اهو كلنا عارفينه، لو فتحت كده وفتحت العربية من جوه هتفتح عادي. بص بقى اللوك ده، ادي كده اول تكة اهي، وبعد كده تاني تكة. تاني تكة دي عمر ما
You're not spending recklessly, but every weekend the money is gone.
This dungeon loop wins games and nobody's doing it right. The way you want to start this loop is come down the stairs, hook left, and vault this amazing window. Assess your options. If the killer vaults behind you, go inside like this, go back up these stairs, hook around, make sure the killer's following behind you, and then get a vault right.
When you had the Mohawk, how did you feel about the chance you were receiving? Do you guys remember the chance?
You know, Chris, the great thing about that was, Vince was pissed big time because I didn't tell him I was doing it, you know. But I did all this stuff with my beard and all the braids and everything. And I thought, man, I'm like, I look cool, dude. I look badass. I got out there. All of a sudden, some bollocks in the audience started a "You look stupid" chant, and that was it, dude. That was it. It just carried across the whole arena.
When you had the Mohawk, how did you feel about the chance you were receiving? Do you guys remember the chance?
You know, Chris, the great thing about that was, Vince was pissed big time because I didn't tell him I was doing it, you know. But I did all this stuff with my beard and all the braids and everything. And I thought, man, I'm like, I look cool, dude. I look badass. I got out there. All of a sudden, some bollocks in the audience.
You get your credit card bill, it's $1,200. The minimum payment? Just $35. Easy, right? Feels like you're keeping up. But here's the mirage. While you're paying the minimum, interest is quietly piling up. That balance barely moves, and month after month, you're stuck in the same cycle. The bank loves it because they make money off your delay.
تدري ليه معظم الناس مهووسين بهذه السيارة؟ تويوتا سوبرا 1998 سيارة محبوبة وأسطورية وظهرت في عدة أفلام. جابها العميل وقال إنه بيسويها بلون أسود لامع. طبعا السيارة موديلها قديم عشان كذا لازم يسوي لها حرق بوية. اللي ما يعرف حرق البوية هو استخدام مواد كيميائية عشان تزيل كل آثار البوية وكل شيء على السيارة. وهنا بعد ما السيارة صارت على الصاج اكتشفنا شيء غريب. شفنا آثار لحام على تندة السيارة. هل هذه من الوكالة ولا السيارة صار عليها لحام بشكل سيء؟ وانتوا ايش رأيكم؟ اكتبوا لنا في التعليقات وعشان تكملوا السلسلة.
Imagine standing deep beneath the ocean, where millions...
Don't buy groceries until you know this secret. Hey Aldi, I'd like to buy this bread that expires in 5 days. Why would you grab the old one? Oh, because I'll get 50% off it. I know Aldi has a 5-day expiration policy, meaning if I buy anything that
Which cat would end you? Level 1, your cat. He may scratch and bite, but this cutie isn't gonna do any real damage. Level 2, Cheetah. They're built for speed, not war. With blunter claws, shorter teeth, and lighter skeletons than other big cats, you're strong enough to overpower it. You'll get bitten and scratched, but you'll make it out alive. Level 3, Mountain Lion. Now you're in trouble. He's built to take down animals of your size. He tackles you to the ground and goes straight for the neck. You try to defend yourself, but the bone-crushing bite and razor-sharp claws are too much to handle. Your only chance is a choke. Level 4, Jaguar. You don't stand a chance. He crashes into you and crushes your skull in an instant.
North Korea, 2016. One man hacks the...
Don't struggle with razor blades. This scraper folds in and out and locks in different positions so you can get the perfect angle and safely use the blade. Use a screwdriver.
When this man brought 20 dogs into a classroom...
Toba Landing, Chucky. What on...
Alright, it's time to do a loaf rating. He's got no right paw showing. Actually, that's his tail wrapped around. Oh my goodness, it's perfect.
Why weren't you drafted into the Vietnam War?
I went to college, sir.
How do you feel about Vietnam?
I have mixed feelings, sir.
Would you call yourself a womanizer?
No, I would not, sir.
You frequent nightclubs?
No, sir.
Do you drink?
Only on special occasions, sir.
Ever done any drugs?
Only those prescribed by my doctor, sir.
Well, that's kind of rare for a young, hip soul brother like you.
Yes, sir. But my father was in the military, and my parents, they raised me the right way.
How do you get along with people generally?
Sir, they treat me right, I treat them right. Like I said before, I was raised up the right way, so...
I mean, have you ever had any negative...
What would you do if another cop called you a nigger? Or worse?
Would that happen, sir?
Why weren't you drafted into the Vietnam War?
I went to college, sir.
Damn! You ain't put in on this now. Hey, man. Come on, you ain't do that. Come on, cuz.
You smell awful, Mr. Carter. Why don't you take a shower? Get you a decent cell with a bed, some food. Feel a lot better.
At what price do I take the shower?
What do you mean?
I mean, what do I put on after I take this shower that's gonna make me feel so good?
What everyone else puts on. That's the rules.
Yeah, well, you can just take me on back down to the hole.
You could die down there.
I could die up here, too.
Look, what if I got you a pair of pajamas from the prison hospital? As far as I'm concerned, you'd be wearing prison-issue clothing.
They got stripes.
No stripes.
What about numbers?
No numbers.
What color are they?
They're white.
Okay. I can live with those.
It came to me as kind of a revelation that my own freedom lay in not wanting or needing anything of which they could deprive me. If punishment consisted of being locked in your cell, then by simply choosing to never leave my cell, I deprived them of that weapon. I would not work in their shop. I would not eat their food. I began to study. I dissected my entire case piece by piece, beginning with my initial arrest, through the trial itself, and finally to the awful verdict.
You smell awful, Mr. Carter. Why don't you take a shower? Get you a decent cell.
Hey, check it out.
Well, hello, beautiful. Whoa, whoa, slow down. What is that, Swedish?
Hey, Gus, I think she likes you.
Come on, sweetheart. Let old Gus give you a private lesson in foreign relations.
Hey, lady, you shouldn't have...
Lady, I didn't have nothing to do with him. Here, take it. Hey, man, you okay?
Tell me what happened. I don't know who you are, but you've had enough fun for one night. Her DNA is definitely not human.
Three, two, one. Let's see how it comes out.
Chestnut.
What's the weirdest?
Excuse me, I was just asking if you had any children.
How did Romans keep rats out of massive grain stores without traps or poison? Rats chew through anything. A single rat can destroy pounds of grain in weeks. One contaminated store could mean starvation. The Romans didn't fight the rats. They made it physically impossible for them to reach the grain. Romans built grain stores raised 3 feet off the ground on stone pillars. Between the floor and the ground was just empty air, so rats couldn't nest underneath or burrow up through the floor. The pillars were smooth limestone columns with wide, flat caps. Rats could climb the pillar shaft, but when they reached the top, the cap overhung in all directions. They couldn't get around the edge to reach the floor above, as the overhang created an impossible barrier.
Hey, no!
fun builds for every killer in Dead by Daylight. The Death Slinger. For our add-ons, we're going with Iridescent Coin, which makes survivors exposed when you spear a survivor at least 12 meters away from you. For our second add-on, we're going with Warden's Keys, which reduces your reload time by 0.35 seconds. For our perks, we're going with Monitor and Abuse. While in Chase, your terror radius is increased by 15%. Otherwise, your terror radius is decreased by 25%. Surge. When you down a survivor with a basic attack, all generators in a 32-meter radius explode and lose 8% progress. They then begin regressing. Hex. Face the Darkness. This hex activates when you injure a survivor. While active, survivors outside of your terror radius will scream every 25 seconds and reveal their positions and auras for 2 seconds. Finally, our last perk activates when a generator is repaired to 70% progress. It triggers a notification.
Look, they got the homie.
Oh, shut up. Hey.
Blood, hold up, Blood, hold up. What's up with it? Oh, Blood, hold the fuck up, Blood. And we bought it for $2 million because nobody saw the potential in it. Vince McMahon, his son wanted to buy the UFC, and his father wouldn't do it. You know. And if you were Vince and you saw any potential in it whatsoever, you buy it just to take it out. So it can't become something bigger. And we bought it for $2 million because nobody saw the potential.
شو هي الحرارة الطبيعية للمعالج والكرت وشو هي حرارة الخطر؟ اوكي السؤال له عدة أجوبة. إذا بنسأل انتل بتقلك 100 درجة طبيعية بدون أي مشاكل، وإذا بنسأل AMD بتقلك 95 طبيعي لوز.
that's hot. That's hot.
بس طبعا كلنا شفنا مشاكل معالجات انتل مؤخرا، رغم انه الشركات بتخبرك هالحرارات طبيعيه، اي شخص عنده فهم مبدئي بالتقنيه بيعرف انه هذا علاك مصدي. اذا المعالجات والكروت وصلت لهالحراره رح يصير ثيرمال ثروتلينج ويقل اداء المعالج، واحتمال يقل عمره. شخصيا بفضل حراره كرتي ومعالجي تكون بالسبعينات او اقل، بس هالشيء غير ممكن دائما، وخاصه على بعض المعالجات العليا واللابتوبات.
He was a dirty man. I said, if you ever speak to me, wave at me, wink at me, like I'm gonna end you. And it's gonna ruin both our lives. Because I'm gonna be in jail and you're gonna be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. He kicked Ron Simmons so hard he lacerated his liver and had no remorse. Happens, man. You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet. Ron came back and kicked his ass. But Ron was merciful. When he was on the ground, Ron didn't stomp all his teeth out. He would have never chewed again if he'd have did to me.
In 3000 BC, people told time by watching the sun move across the sky. When it was directly overhead, it was noon. That was it. No minutes, no precise time. Egyptians invented sundials. Sticks in the ground casted shadows. But they were useless at night or on cloudy days. Water clocks appeared around 1500 BC. Containers that dripped water at a steady rate, but they froze in winter and evaporated in summer. For thousands of years, most people had no idea what time it actually was. You woke with sunrise and slept at sunset. Everything changed in the 1300s when mechanical clocks with gears were invented in Europe. Large tower clocks in town squares told time for entire communities, but they were wildly inaccurate, and only towns could afford them. In 1656, the pendulum clock was invented, finally keeping accurate time. By the 1800s, pocket watches became affordable for wealthy.
Windows of Opportunity is the most used survivor perk in Dead by Daylight. Daylight with a 25.26% in usage rate. All the perk does is show the auras of windows and pallets within 32 meters. The perk is incredibly useful both for new and experienced players. If you're a new survivor,
Oh my god! What? Oh my god! Yeah! Ah! Nice box! Woo!
When the federal government investigated Vince in the WWE for...
Are you allowed to talk about this?
When they investigated him for distributing steroids, he was acquitted of this, by the way. He made a concerted effort to make sure that people who were using were not featured or they had stopped using. The adaptation was smaller performers, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, guys like that, were now getting more time. And then the business just started to get faster. The matches just started to get... quicker. The style started to be more high-flying, more versatile. It wasn't just big plotting guys beating each other up. That kind of drifted into the Attitude Era, and you still had the leftover, like there's still a place for massive men in the industry, but I got signed by WWE in 2010. The guys that they hired were still bodybuilders. They were still massive dudes. I was still at 6'1", 200 pounds. I was still on the smaller side. And now you see me on TV and I don't look out of place. When the federal government investigated Vince and the WWE.
This video did not go as planned. This guy ordered a hit on the dark web. The service cost him $5,000. It might seem like nothing unusual. Maybe he just wanted to eliminate a competitor or some bad person. But the twist is, he ordered it on himself. Then he contacted the service provider, sent all the required personal information about himself, and paid 50% of the total amount. The seller said that everything would be done within 3 days. For all 3 days, the guy walked around the streets and shopping malls. He didn't really believe that for such a small amount they would actually do anything to him. But on the second day, he received a photo of the target, his own photo. The guy was shocked and decided to message them to cancel the order, but the seller never responded. The guy literally had a panic attack and decided that early the next morning he would leave the city. The next day, he got into his car and was about to drive away, when suddenly something happened that no one expected. This video did not go as planned. This guy ordered a hit on the
Most people have no idea that there was once a real plan to drain the entire Mediterranean Sea and replace it with a massive supercontinent. It sounds impossible, like a plot from a sci-fi movie, but in the 1920s, this nearly became reality. At the time, Europe was growing fast and desperate for more land, and engineers believed they had a solution so bold it would change the map forever. Their idea? Build a series of colossal dams that would cut the Mediterranean off from the world. The first would rise at the Strait of Gibraltar, a structure nearly 900 meters tall, sealing off the Atlantic. Since the Mediterranean loses more water through evaporation than it gains from rivers, blocking the Atlantic would cause the entire sea to slowly dry up. Then came a second mega dam at the Dardanelles, shutting out the Black Sea. A third dam between Sicily and Tunisia would divide the Mediterranean in two, lowering water levels by 100 meters in the west and 200 meters in the east. Entire coastlines would stretch outward. New land bridges would appear. Millions of square kilometers of seabed would become farmland and cities. Europe, Africa, and the Middle East would be forever reshaped. Most people have no idea that there was
The new perk Turn Back the Clock basically works as if you're kicking a gen. So if you pair this with the Wraith and the Serpent Suit add-on, you will have the full benefits of this add-on when you use Turn Back the Clock, and it synergizes.
Have you ever noticed something strange in the Cars universe? We all know that almost everything.
This baby panda actually came up with the best escape plan. When his keeper left, he realized the tiny food window was his only way out, so he shoved his head in, confident that his fluffy body would fit, but he got a little stuck in the middle. He wiggled and kicked his legs, refusing to give up on his mission, and surprisingly, he popped out on the other side like a cork. But his joy was cut short when the keeper caught him immediately and put him back inside. But he realized his plan was actually perfect, so the moment the keeper left, he escaped again, just to prove he is unstoppable. This baby.
Do not buy a Costco membership until you know this secret. Hey Costco, I want to shop here. Great, I'll sign you up for a $120 gold membership. Nah, you're tripping, I'm not paying that. Okay, then how do you expect to shop here? I know I can get a Costco gift card for as little as $25 and shop here as much as I want for free. Ah, this guy again. Yes, you're right. Where'd you learn this? That's easy, I just follow Casper. Do not.
Well, that's a problem. But not my fault. I did everything I could, and you did too. Also, why are you?
I had a cellie. This was a younger kid. They put me in the cell with him, and his whole face was black and blue. And I was like, immediately like, yo, did they just put me in with the suspender? They put me in with a rat. He showed me all his paperwork. He was there on some simple type of It wasn't a big deal. And I'm like, so what happened to your face? I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, well, you're gonna talk about it because I need to know who the I'm celled up with. And he said, look, the last dude they had in here told me I had to sit down to pee. And I thought he was joking, man. It's my first time ever in jail. It was my first night. And I got up in the middle of the night and I was taking a piss, and all of a sudden he grabbed me by the back of my head and started slamming my head into the brick, screaming, you gotta sit down to pee. You sit down to pee in here. I guarantee you his face has permanent scarring from that dude over not sitting down to pee. I had a cellie, this was a younger kid. They put me in the cell with him and his whole face was black and blue. And I was like immediately like, yo, did they just put me in with a...
They heard that you can expose a dog's real personality by putting an ice cube on its fur. So they started with a Chihuahua and they realized that he was secretly a villain. Then when they tried it on the poodle, she seemed too cute until the ice touched her fur. Then it was the Sheltie's turn. He just froze, like he was trying to calculate the physics of the cold. But they made a big mistake when they thought it would be funny to test it on this busy dog. Yet when the Shiba felt the ice as expected, he was the only one who realized it was just free water. Would you give this a like? They heard that you can expose a dog's real personality.
How to survive a nuclear war, second 0. You see the blinding white light, no staring. Turn away fast, drop flat if outside. Cover your eyes and head, mouth slightly open. Thermal burn hits.
Why could a single drag of an American hand-rolled cigarette knock an unaccustomed Russian flat on his back? Russian cigarettes looked elite, but they were nothing more than a hollow facade. Born of poverty and desperation, they were stuffed with surrogates, hay, dust, and dried leaves soaked in chemicals. American Mahorka, rough tobacco, was the polar opposite. It was a coarse, stinging blend that tore at the throat until eyes welled with tears. This wasn't just tobacco. It was chemical warfare for the lungs. Soldiers rolled it in scraps of newspaper, printer's ink and all, to create the legendary goat's leg pipe roll. The smoke from this cocktail was so thick and acrid, it stained skin and clothes forever. Yet, in no man's land, Russians would beg to trade their schnapps and chocolate for this poison. Their
I'm gonna go with the buffet. Nothing for me, thanks. I thought you wanted the buffet.
Oh, I do, and I'll be having it.
Why are you winking at me?
You just fall off the turnip truck? I'll tell you what I want to eat. You slip it to me off your plate, and we walk out of here $6.99 rich.
Arthur, just let me pay for you. Huh?
That's crazy. You're about to invest in a very expensive aquarium.
It's okay, all right? I can take the hit. Where's the waiter?
Douglas, I will not sit here and watch you spend like a madman just to impress me. See you at home.
Fine. Look, we can share off my plate, all right?
That's my boy.
All right, so what do you want me to get first?
Just put whatever you want for yourself on one half of the plate, and the other half, load it up with beets.
I'm gonna go with the buffet.
Hi, I'm here to get a 0.9 carat diamond ring for my fiance. Congrats, would you like to see our 1 carat or 2 carat ring collection? I would actually like a 0.9 carat diamond ring. Why not just get a 1 carat ring? I bet your fiance would love you so much more for that. Well, I know that Diamonds just below the 1 carat mark are 10 times cheaper, and the human eye can't tell the difference just by looking at it. Alright, I'll show you our hand-mined 0.9 carat rings. No, I'd like to see your lab-grown diamonds instead. Whoa, these are all the diamond tricks. Who
This video went viral when a group of puppies saw their dad for the first time, and you won't believe what happened. They were all together when they suddenly noticed him nearby. The moment they realized who he was, they started following him. At first, he didn't seem to notice them at all and just kept moving, but then things got strange. Instead of stopping, he kept walking in circles.
After this girl found a phone number on the back of her chips, she decided to call it, and you're not gonna believe what happened.
I've always been curious about this little number on the back of Miss Vicky's jalapeno chip bags. It says, "Love our chips, give us a call." And I do love their chips, and I will be giving them a call. Hopefully they give me a bag of free chips.
Welcome to Miss Vicky's Consumer Relations.
How's it going? How can I help?
I'm doing well. I'm just calling because I was eating some of these Miss Vicky's jalapeno flavored chips, and I noticed that there was a phone number on the back, and I just wanted to call and say that I love these chips.
Okay, no problem. Let's see here. And what flavor again of Miss Vicky's?
The jalapeno.
Jalapeno. And what's your favorite part about the jalapeno chips?
I just love the flavor and the crunch.
Let's see here. It's alright. You're welcome. Have a great day.
After this girl found a phone number on the back of her chips.
They said to cut it in half, peel it, stretch it, and stick. And I only did my top teeth because I want to see what my bottom teeth look like compared to my top teeth. So I'm gonna wait 30 minutes and I'll be back. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. I shot and everything, so let's see the results. Hey, hold on. Dang, look how purple my teeth are. Oh, let me keep wiping. Look at my bottom compared to my top. Hold up.
In the list of the tallest WWE superstars, where are you on the list?
Giant Gonzalez, he's the tallest.
What's his legit height?
I think it was about like 7'6". That's enormously tall. Number 2, I'll give it to Andre, just because he's a legend.
Oh. So depending on who you ask?
It depends on who you ask, but because he's a legend and I have a great admiration for him, because I hope to, be like him one day, I'll give it to him.
And then you're number 3?
And I'm number 3, yes.
Bigger than the Big Show?
Yes. It's Giant Gonzalez, Andre, me, Great Khali, and Big Show.
Okay.
Sorry, Big Show.
Is that all you have? Too bad you won't make it much further. Playtime is over. I'll see you dead. Poor performance indeed. Just getting started. You disappoint me. Is that the best you got? You will not live to see the dawn.